Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. We begin with another dramatic and deadly turn in the coronavirus outbreak.
This video is not covering the COVID-19 issues occurring across the world. This is a story that covers quarantine specifically, one that has paused our reality and replaced it with uncertainty. We follow the stories and journeys of people that are dealing with difficulties of life during isolation. We address the hardships and revelations people are faced with during this time. We ask what people are struggling with, what are they finding, how they overcome their hardships, and embrace their time in this quarantine. As field research, a survey was sent to 150 people across the world, asking general questions about their experience. With the information given, we picked 20 stories to cover. These are real people dealing with real life issues and how they are finding their joy, purpose, and discovering what truly matters in their lives. This is a quarantine miracle.
Hi, I'm Adam.
I'm Kayla.
My name is Jessica.
I'm Dakota.
I'm Erin A. Hart.
I'm Jim A. Hart.
I'm Jesse.
Jake Konashevsky.
Linda Monk.
Gene Monk.
And we live in Northwest Iowa.
Wiley, Texas.
Irvine, California. Irvine, California.
Whitman, Massachusetts.
Hi, my name is Brett Ashley. I am 24 years old.
Chris Hernandez. I am 23 years old.
Mackenzie Leal. I'm 26 years old.
Lordson John Saint. I'm from Orlando, Florida. I'm 29 years old.
Trevor Grew. I'm 23 years old and I'm from London, Ontario, Canada.
Oakland, California originally, and then I moved to Tucson, Arizona.
Newport, Maine, but have since moved to Southern California.
Originally from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I currently live in Nebraska.
My name is Mariah Strickland.
My name is Alex Slay. I'm 24 years old from Ocala, Florida, and I am a full-time artist-musician.
My name is Alexander Ramos. I'm 25 years old, originally from Fairbanks, Alaska. Now I'm a licensed skin therapist and professional makeup artist living in Orange County, California.
My name is Joseph Donnelly. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, and I play and write music for a living.
My name is Taylor Lane. I'm 25 from Chicago, Illinois, and I am a professional dancer.
I'm Justin Nathan Dax Bobs. I'm 22 years old. I am from Culver City, California, and I am a music producer and singer-songwriter.
Hey, my name is James Price. I am 26 years old. I'm from Buena Park, California, and I am a Disney performer.
I haven't been the busiest guy as of late, and the quarantine didn't really help.
We started a cooking show on Facebook, so a few times a week we'll hop on and have some fun and you know, just show people what we're cooking for dinner.
I get to run outside, and that is really refreshing.
We play a lot of games. Board games,
yeah, we
movies,
love games.
TV shows, the usual.
So I've been taking an online dance class, which has been awesome. I've taken 2 so far, and I've loved them. They have kicked me right in the ass, but they've been really, really great.
I did sign up for some online dance classes, which is good, and it felt really good to do.
I have been maintaining my joy in performing and dancing by taking class. Online, of course.
I find that even just taking time in my day to go back to the basics, take a ballet class, relearn the piano, talk to my vocal coach. Finding the joy is growing myself as a performer.
I'm grinding every day, making music, trying to still put myself out there and practicing, get myself better every day, and I love it.
I've been recording songs that bring joy to me, that I always had in my heart that, you know, I always want to sing, but I never really get the chance to sing.
So the way that I have been able to find that same fulfillment is actually through producing. But it's been actually a lot of fun, and I realized that I actually really, really enjoy making songs, whether it's for me or other artists.
I have been playing a lot of video games. My screen usage on my phone has gone up exponentially.
I make a lot of promotional content, whether it be doing my makeup on camera and showing people how goofy I am and laughing and promoting products that we sell.
I think that this period now has just naturally been that time of reflection, and I'm going through and thinking about, where am I at as far as being single and being alone.
I've been making connections, staying close to the few friends that I have.
We did a Zoom conference with 4 couples from all over the United States, and we ended up on there for a little over 4 hours,
Just
having cocktails and laughing and telling stories, and it was like sitting in the same room with each other, just laughing and having a great time. So
I'm trying to do as much as I possibly can to continue my spiritual pursuit, so that my musical pursuit will be even better.
Some of the challenges I'm facing is not being able to connect with my friends.
Not being able to connect with musicians personally. It's hard to stay in touch with people sometimes when you don't get to see them.
I crave human interaction, and I crave being a part of a group and just hearing what other people have to say.
I miss interacting with people, and that's been the weirdest thing. You have FaceTime and you can talk to people, and I have my roommates. It's that human connection that I'm lacking.
All of my family still lives back in Maine, so that's one of the hardest parts about this quarantine, is not having the ability to go over to my mom or dad's house or see my siblings or visit with my nieces and just see the ones that I love. That's probably been the hardest struggle.
I don't like the habits that we're getting into. It seems like we're eating more than we ever did before.
A lot of Netflix
we're
binging.
Having some cocktails, to pass the time, but we like to be active, and it hasn't been an active time.
Just being able to create in the moment, just having a fun little dance party with my friends, just in the living room, or going out with my friends and just being our fun, creative, bubbly selves.
Sometimes I want to give someone a hug. I want to shake their hand. I want to look them in their eyes, and I want to make a connection, and that's something that I just can't do at this time. So for me, my biggest struggle would be not having that human interaction, that human connection.
Also, I think some of the struggles is not really knowing what the next few weeks are going to bring financially.
I don't have plans. Everything that I was a part of, prior to this has been canceled. I don't have work right now.
I miss being in class and being challenged by my fellow dancers, my fellow vocalists, my fellow actors, people who are far more talented than I am, who I can learn from and grow from.
When all of this started happening, I had 3 weeks of shows cancel on me, which was fairly devastating. And I live in Nashville now, and that's the home of pretty much every singer musician in the world, and all of us are really struggling.
Being a full-time musician, playing shows, for me anyway, is the bigger moneymaker. That's kind of been hard, not being able to play shows.
It's tough being away from family. It's tough not having a job.
My own struggle is I enjoy my alone time, gym time.
Even me as an introvert, a person that's not very social and doesn't really do functions and large crowds and things like that, I'm starting to miss the social interaction concept of life.
I drive a motorcycle, so whenever I need some alone time, and she knows this, I'll just say, hey babe, I'm going for a ride.
Sometimes I come in the room to stretch, which is actually really nice, and that's a long time for me. I just play music and stretch. And it's also good for me because I feel like I'm being kind of productive with being a dancer and everything.
I'm gonna keep reading. I never was a big reader, and I usually read one book a year, maybe. And I already finished a book in the quarantine, which is 2 weeks.
I want to keep running outside. I really jam with running.
I miss having sex. Let me just say that right now. I don't rely on romance to get me through anything, but at the same time, I definitely miss sex.
Being with just anybody isn't isn't fulfilling to me and isn't important to me in my life. And so I feel that like what people would be like as a couple, like it's you and then another person. I think I fill that other person with different pieces of like my close friends.
I love being around people and just like sharing the warmth of a hug or like a smile or just like any sort of connection that is physical or that can be done in person. I can't wait until I can go home and hug my family and see my nieces and just be Uncle Mackie and just spend time with the ones that I love.
I'm not positive right now. I don't feel positive very often. I guess maybe that's the goal, is to think more positively.
The more love and inspiration that we can share in the world will make it a better place.
I just think it's so funny that nobody went outside until they told us that we couldn't.
We realize that over this, past 3 weeks, we're compatible. Me and Linda get along. We can get through anything after this. So it's been a true test of how strong our relationship is, and that we have the ability to be shut in and not kill each other.
Prayer and meditation, and I've been working on me, be a better me to me.
Well, I've been really challenged to share that with people, to hear their spiritual journey and how they see things, how they hear the gospel, how they see God in their lives.
Finding the simplicity in the silence, finding the simplicity and the breath and the stillness in the quarantine.
Being positive and being optimistic has been really good. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. There's always a star in the sky. There's always a flame ready to be lit. There's always light.
Just remember to chase the light, because it will slow down and you will be able to catch it. this dark time is not forever. And if you remind yourself that it's not forever and that there are many brighter things in the world, chase it. Don't just watch it go away.
Having that allowance to have those other emotions, but remembering that this is only for now and keeping that positive outlook.
We realize what we're missing out on right now, you know?
Being able to dive into James Price and being able to discover why I am a performer. Why do I dance? Why do I find so much joy in dance?
The good in people come out during this and the bad in people. So you definitely see both sides. You're not alone.
You know, so
We'll come back stronger than we were before.
Not creatures that are meant to just be inside and on a computer, watching TV, eating our life away. We're meant to be out there, active, living, not really just wasting away on the couch, you know?
I've just been calling everyone, just like checking in, like, how are you? How's your family? And I realized that, like, that is important.
It really does mean a lot more than you think it does when you just genuinely say, hey, like, I was thinking of you, I hope you're doing well, what's going on, you know? And that conversation could last for months or a week or 4 hours or a minute, or, you know, they don't respond, but at least they saw that you cared.
Making an effort to reach people that you don't normally reach out to, just taking that time to like reassure them that you care about them and they are an important figure in your life. Because in a time like this, it's so easy to fall into the darkness, and a text or a call from someone that you haven't heard from in a really long time, and having them say that they care about you and they're here for you, that's something that I want to take with me.
Talking with people and finding that sense of companionship and friendship, even if it's over the phone. Because as humans, you know, we live for that human interaction and the compassion, and I'm finding joy in seeing others express their passions and being able to express my own.
I want to take everything that I've done in this quarantine, look back at it, and you know, just be proud that I did all that in this time when a lot of people would say, hey, I got all this time, but I don't know what to do. But I knew that I made the most of that time, and going forward, I want to keep making the most of my time, because you can still do that even when you're working or you're doing everyday life.
So don't rest on it. Be creative, be proactive, be interactive, be blessed.